everyone. Today I'm going to talk about free money. Yes, please. These are just a few quick tips that I've read recently in a newsletter, and I thought they were interesting enough to pass along to you. So, did you know that you are entitled to your or any deceased relatives' old bank accounts, safety deposit box contents, uncashed checks, insurance policies, CDs, trust funds, etc., etc. The list goes on and on, but that's a lot to check. So sometimes people are tempted to hire a service to maybe do this for them. Guys, you don't have to do that. You can do it yourself. Don't pay another person for a finder's fee. Think of this like a free personal treasure hunt. So let's get started. A few tips here. You can check these sites annually. So I'm going to share a few websites, and we will also put links to these sites in the description in the show notes. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can check that out. You don't have to scribble these down with a pencil real fast. Check these annually because new names and information are added monthly on some of these sites. So it's always changing. Also, don't use Google. Use these official sites. Google is going to be rampant with scammers. So just go straight to these official sites if you think you might have some money to claim. Where to start? Well, to start with your state's treasury website, you can go to unclaimed.org to find that, look up your state, and don't forget states where you have previously lived. So it's not just where you're currently residing, but other places where you've had a residence. Also, you could search multiple states on the website missingmoney.com. Interestingly, I checked out a few states myself when I did this, and some states' treasury websites actually point to that missingmoney.com. So either way, your state's website or missingmoney.com are the places to start for this. Now, if you're looking for retirement funds, those will be at the National Registry of Unclaimed Retirement Benefits. Quite a mouthful, but kind of makes sense, right? That they're going to have that information. A warning on this one, they do ask for your social security number rather than your name. So you may or may not be comfortable with that, but they're going to look at a database of prior employers. So if you moved somewhere, changed jobs, kind of forgot about that old 401k, this would be the place to look for that information. Next up, we have banks and investments, but this is at failed financial institutions. That's where the FDIC website will scan their database for failed financial institutions and see if you ever had an account at one of these institutions and if you are entitled to some money that was left over there. We also have credit unions. So that FDIC site is for the major banks, but credit unions are a different association. That's the National Credit Union Administration. And that's where you could find information on unclaimed deposits that are held at credit unions. Next, I love this one. If you are looking for information on old bonds, that would be on TreasuryHunt.gov. Yep, just like I said, a treasure hunt. This is where there will be information on any matured savings bonds that have stopped paying interest, or perhaps bonds that you've forgotten about. I know that my grandmother bought us bonds when we were kiddos, and I still have a list, but I don't know if all the grandkids did. So this is where you would find information if you had that. Now, this is kind of interesting because they don't tell you on this website what exactly is found when you put in your information. They just say if there is something or not in your name, and then asks you to submit a claims form and wait for further instructions from customer service. So, hey, this is the government. It's going to take a few extra steps on that one, but could still be worth checking out. And then finally, tax refunds. Now, every year, the IRS reports millions of dollars in unclaimed tax refunds. So do you have a refund you've not received? Most people probably know about that, but maybe you don't know. So the place to go is the irs.gov/where's my refund. This is another process where you would file information and then they would get back to you about claiming your refund. In conclusion, guys, think of this personal treasure hunt like most treasure hunts. You may not actually reveal much, but you could find something. And at the end of the day, you might have a wonderful free adventure. So check it out.